bad to write, and it's bad when editors want it. And also, I write things that I would want to read, hypothetically. I don't know how to do anything but, which is why I'm barely employed and have 9 freelance gigs.
I will say that as much as I enjoy writing my blog, and I also have to pursue speed a lot of the time, I do find myself pulling back and really enjoying when I write longer pieces and have an assignment to do real reporting at great length that takes time, and that is what I enjoy most in the world.
I personally think that time is over. I do.
Well, I would have said
Well,
that.
definitely over if we all start acting like that.
I would have said that 2 years ago, but I've actually come to the point, I'm actually regretful for my role in creating the sort of environment of speed. When I started Cinematical in 2005, we had a mandate to publish between 10 and 20 posts a day, and I think that doing that and that becoming the trend of film journalism has become toxic. There are some people who do it really well, and there are a lot of people who do it very badly. And I personally, as a reader, feel like I'm drowning in noise. And I wish everybody would just kind of slow down a little.
The other thing is that a lot of online sites are now figuring out what they want to do on the basis of what's going to draw the most traffic, and that's a very dangerous trend, because celebrities draw the most traffic. And there are pieces that are going to be read by certain opinion makers, or that are going to have a great deal of influence in a small group of people, that aren't necessarily going to play big to all the people in the world. And it's a dangerous trend, I think.
Well,
if you look
only a fool cares about nothing but charisma and star power, but only a bigger fool would deny charisma and star power exists. And I think if you can balance good work and good cheekbones, you can balance a discussion of star heat with what those movies are actually about.
I was just going to say that the depressing thing for me is that every single month when we look at our traffic metrics, we get like 70% of our traffic from Google searches. And the top 10 Google searches are always going down the list: masturbation, porno, sex scenes, movie sex, naked movie.
Lindsay Lohan naked is the biggest
You can find all of that stuff.
Right, so it's like, if I wanted to write about masturbation, I'd write about masturbation, but I thought I was writing about movies.
Well, you don't have to do that. First of all, you check your traffic once a month.
No, I check my traffic every day, but for the total for the month.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Let me switch gears slightly as a way of kind of digging more deeply into each of the different sort of models that are at work represented by the folks on this panel. And I'm going to go to Sharon first because I think that as we look at the way that let's talk about trade journalism for a moment, how it's changed dramatically, certainly over the past 6 months. In that period of time, you've launched TheWrap.com, and it's starting to get traction. It's getting a lot of attention. It's getting linked. It's getting talked about among other journalists and other media. Tell us about your strategy as it relates to what we were just talking about. This idea of urgency, timeliness, reporting, balancing that need to be first, but also to report solidly, because you're trying to bring a not only an urgency but quality to the work you're doing. How are you balancing that? What is your mandate you're giving to yourself and to the other folks at The Wrap? And what goals do you have?
Yeah, well, thank you for the question. Well, that's a very good analysis, basically, of where we're trying to position ourselves, which is we have perceived a real void in the marketplace of information for information that is accurate, of high quality, authoritative, and delivered in the way that people want to read it. That means to say in real time. That means to say delivered on every platform where people access information, whether that's their PDF, whether that's on their iPhone, whether that's on their computer, and hopefully will be on a lot more platforms as we grow. And so what I believe that we've established in the first 3 months of being up and running, which have been, a whirlwind and very fun and exciting, I have to say, has been to prove that thesis that there is a demand for that, just by the fact that we've come in and been able to grab attention from.
But with all due respect, you also ran that fan-created Avatar trailer as an actual news story, and I believe that was the intersection of egg and face, was it not?
Oh my God, that's so funny. I mean, yeah, but who cares? I mean, so we put up for an hour a trailer that was a fan-created trailer that we made fun of ourselves, and that's fine. So yeah, we made a mistake. Wow. I mean, so yeah, we made a mistake. I'm okay with that. But then we just told
I
people
didn't
that we
bring
made a
my
mistake.
witch hunting gear.
That's okay. That's okay. I don't mind. No, but actually, it was sort of fun. There, we put up. I mean, this was like not. I don't even think this qualifies as a blip, but since you just brought it up, we posted in something that we curate work. We don't only do original content. We do our own reporting, but we curate the stuff that we think is most interesting and relevant from around the world of entertainment and media. And one of the things we showed was a clip that we thought was that some editor thought was the trailer for Avatar turned out to be something that fans had put together, which was very, very good, by the way, for fans. Like, people are really good at this stuff, and not being Avatar nerds, we were taken for an hour. But anyway, but then we sort of said, this has been done by fans. Anyway. So, but it is definitely a balance. I mean, I personally started out at Reuters, and it was sort of my first big job in journalism. And being an internet era journalist is the closest analog I can find to that sort of what journalists have done until now is wider service journalism, because there's never been a deadline. If you work for the Associated Press or if you work for Reuters, it's always now or 5 minutes ago. And you're always in that tension of, is it confirmed, is it accurate? Are you going to get beat by the other guy? Are you going to get beat by UPI? Are you going to get beat by EP or by AFP or the German French press agency? So it's very much in that zone that I'm training young journalists, and that the editors who are working with me are constantly dealing with. So, for example, sometimes, here's a good example, it's a very aggressive news blogger called Nikki Fink. She may put a news story out. We feel we need to tell our readers. I'm not always sure if her information is correct. So that's the tension. Do I tell my readers something that I've not yet confirmed at that instant that Nikki Fink has logged? You know, those are kind of tough calls. You know, stuff like that.
Yeah, I want to hear your take on this, because you're going through a transition in your career, it seems, after or in the process of leaving Variety. I'll let you explain what you're up to, and how your blog has changed what you do and sort of what you want to do and how you look at this environment. Because obviously, I'm not going to make you comment on Variety or on any of that, because it might be you're still working with that. But I wonder how you view this